Hello, good morning. I am Teacher JM and I welcome you to General Physics 1, continuation of the lessons for week number 3 and 4. So for week number 3 and 4, we are dealing about forces and motion in a one dimension, and the following are the learning competencies. For our learning objectives, we will be dealing all about motion in one dimension, such as we'll be dealing about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and acceleration. We'll be also analyzing the motion of an object on a graph in terms of its displacement, velocity, and acceleration as functions of time, and also to solve problems involving one-dimensional motion. Now, to continue our discussion, let's have a recall of what we have discussed. Our first one, what is kinematics? Again, when we say kinematics, this is a study of motion without regards of forces that causes that motion. Please take note of that. And now, how do we define a motion? Now, when we say motion, this is changes of an object's position with respect to time. And I have a question about motion. Now, paano po natin nasasabi that an object has moved? We can say that there is an indication for an object to move. So that indication refers to reference point. Tandaan po iyon. Now let's try to recall the speed, velocity, and acceleration. When we say speed, again, this is a scalar quantity that signifies the magnitude of the rate of change of an object's movement. And formula for the speed, this is given as distance over time, and the unit is meter per seconds. Now for the counterpart of the speed, when it comes to the vector quantity, we have velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity that signifies the magnitude of the rate of change of position and also the direction of an object's movement. Now for the formula, it's still the same, but now this is a vector quantity. We can replace the distance as displacement. So velocity is given as displacement over time, and the SI unit is still the same with the speed. This is meter per seconds. Now for the acceleration, this is a vector quantity and defined as the rate at which an object changes its velocity. Now, how can we say that an object is accelerating? So please take note that an object is accelerating if there are changes in the following. First one is change in speed. Second one is change in direction or change in both speed and direction. Again, please take note of that. And for the formula of acceleration, this is given as acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity over final time minus initial time. And for the SI unit of acceleration, this is given as meter per second squared. This is for acceleration. Now let's move on to distance and displacement. Again, this is just a recall because we have already discussed these terms. Now, distance, this is the total scalar length of the actual path an object move. And for the formula, we can get distance if we multiply the speed to time. And the SI unit for distance is meters. Now, for its counterpart, when it comes to the vector quantity, we have displacement. Displacement refers or signifies to points from where the object started to where it ended, regardless of the path it took. Now, for the displacement, this is also the change in position or velocity during a particular time interval. And displacement is denoted by, again, this triangle signifies a Greek symbol for delta. This is delta x is equals to x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So paano nga po ulit natin ito ibinabasa? Again, we have the change in displacement is equals to the final position minus the initial position. So we have change in position is equals to final position minus initial position for us to get the displacement. Now let's move on to average velocity and instantaneous velocity. When we say average velocity, this is the ratio of the change in displacement and the total number for that change. And we can get the average velocity for the following formulas. Now, kahit saan pong formula ang gamitin po natin dito, pwede po natin gamitin for the formula or the equation for the average velocity. Now, for the average velocity, this is expressed as b sub ab. So, b, the small letter b, this signifies for velocity, and the av, this is for the average. So we can read this one as the average velocity. Now for us to get the average velocity is equals to final position minus initial position over final time minus initial time. Or also, we can denote the average velocity formula as x sub 2 minus x sub 1 over t sub 2 minus t sub 1. So same lang po sila. Ang pinagkaiba lang po dito is this is expressed in descriptions. We have the final, initial. Here, the subscripts are expressed in numbers. And also, we can write or denote the average velocity as change in position over the change in time. So this is for the average velocity. Again, kahit saan pong formula ang gamitin natin dito, pwede natin gamitin for the formula of the average velocity. Now, let's move on to the instantaneous velocity. When we say instantaneous velocity, this is defined as the rate of change of position for a time interval which is very small or almost zero. So what happens here in the instantaneous velocity from the word itself, instant. So we have instantaneous velocity in which yung velocity is nag-approach to zero. So instantaneous velocity can be calculated from the first derivative of displacement as a function of unit of time. So this is the equation for the instantaneous velocity. So let's try to have a sample problem number 1. Right, so considering the image below showing a bicyclist moving along a level road, find the average velocity of the bicyclist during the time interval from time 2 seconds and time 3 seconds. Now here is the image. Now first, for us to answer the sample problem number 1, we should analyze first the given image. Now from the given image, mapapansin po natin that it is already indicated kung saan yung initial position and time and also the final position and time. Now from the given image, yung starting position natin o yung initial position and time natin is nandito po sa pangalawang illustration or the diagram of a bicyclist. Now, for the initial position, this is x. It is given as initial position is equals to 5 meters. Then the initial time is given as 2 seconds. Now, for the final position, it is x is equal to 12 meters. That is for the final position. And for the final time, that is 3 seconds. Now, let's have the sample problem number 1 answer. Now, for the given, the initial position is 5 meters and the final position is 12 meters. Saan po natin ulit makikita yon? Dito sa given image. Again, we have initial position 5 meters and the final position is 12 meters. Now, for the time, the initial time is 2 seconds and for the final time, we have 3 seconds. Now, the required, ang hinahanap po natin doon is the average velocity. Now, equation, this is just the same with the formula. So, we just need to copy the formula for the average velocity. So, it is given as final position minus initial position over final time minus initial time. Now, let's move on to the solution. Ano lang po ang gagawin natin dito sa solution? We just need to substitute all of the given to the formula. So for the formula, what is the x sub f, or the final position? We have 12 meters minus the initial position of 5 meters over 3 seconds, which is the final time, minus 2 seconds, that is the initial time. Now let's try to perform the operation, that is subtraction. 12 minus 5, we have 7 meters, and 3 minus 2, this is 1 second. So for the final answer, 7 meters divided by 1 second, so that gives us the answer for the average velocity, which is 7 meters per second. So this is the answer for the sample problem number 1. Alright, now let's move on to the sample problem number 2. Now analyze the diagram above and answer the following questions. Now we have a train, and we also have different givens for time and velocity. All right, so the questions are the following. What is the speed of the train at time 0, 1, 2, and 3 seconds? Number 2, is the train accelerating? Depend your answer. And number 3, write an equation which you can use to determine the acceleration of the train. Number 4, using your equation, solve for the acceleration of the train during the time intervals. Now, as you can see, it is given naman po yung mga time intervals for us to solve the acceleration. And number 5, compare the acceleration of the train in A, B, and C. And number 6, briefly describe the motion of an object accelerating uniformly. And last one is, this acceleration always mean speeding up? If no, can you cite 2 other situations where the object is accelerating? Now, balik po tayo ulit doon sa pinakitang diagram. Now, initially, the train is in the 0 seconds, so the velocity is 0. Now, habang maandar po siya, tumataas yung time and also nag-i-increase yung velocity natin. Now, it becomes 1 seconds with velocity of 2 meters per second. For number 3 diagram of the train, this is 2 seconds, which is given for the velocity for 4 meter per second. And for time number 3 seconds, we have velocity of 6 meters per second. Now let's try to answer the sample problem number 2. Alright, so number 1, what is the speed of the train at time 0, time 1, 2, and 3 seconds? Now, at time 0 seconds, the speed is 0 meter per seconds. Now, question, ano pong mapapansin nyo dito? The symbol that we use is V. So, this pertains to velocity. So, since doon sa diagram po natin, there is no given direction, we can use the velocity as the speed. So for time 0, the speed is 0 meter per seconds. For time 1 seconds, the speed is 2 meters per seconds. And for time 2 seconds, we have 4 meters per seconds. And for time 3 seconds, the speed is 6 meters per second. So ito po yung ating speed ng train during the different times. Number 2 question. Is the train accelerating? Depend your answer. So if we are going to base it from the time and also the velocity given or the speed, yes, we can say that the train is accelerating. So since the velocity of the train increases consistently over time, this indicates that there is a continuous change in velocity, which is a sign of acceleration. So yes, the train is accelerating. Number 3. Now write an equation which you can use to determine the acceleration of the train. Now as we all know, the equation for the acceleration, it is given as the change in velocity over the change of time. Now we can rewrite this one as final velocity minus initial velocity over final time minus initial time. So can we now calculate for the acceleration? Alright, yes. Pwede na po natin makalculate yung acceleration kasi meron na po tayong equation ng acceleration. Saan po natin ito nakuha? This is already given. Binigay na po sa atin itong equation ng acceleration. Now, using your equation, solve for the acceleration of the train during the time intervals. Now, for time interval 0 to 1 seconds, second, the acceleration is 2 meter per second squared. Now, paano po natin to na-calculate? Kukunin lang po natin yung um, velocity for 0 seconds and the velocity for 1 seconds. So that gives us the acceleration of 2 meters per second squared. Now, sa letter B, the time interval is from 1 second to 2 seconds. Now, paano po ulit natin to nakuha yung acceleration na 2 meters per second squared? We just need to substitute the velocity from 1 second and the velocity from 2 seconds to the given equation of the acceleration, and we just need to write the time indicated for the final and the initial, and we can get the acceleration as 2 meters per second squared. And for letter C, the time interval is from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Now again, para makuha po natin ulit yung acceleration na 2 meters per second squared, we just need to substitute the velocity, the final and the initial velocity, and also the final and initial velocity for this time interval in letter C. Again, naiintindihan po ba? Again, paano po natin nakuha yung acceleration? We just need to substitute the velocity and the time indicated here for the time intervals in number 4. Alright, klaro po ba? Now, for the acceleration during the different time intervals for ABC, we have the same answer of acceleration, which is given as 2 meters per second squared. Number 5, compare the acceleration of the tray in ABC. Now, if you're going to compare, pare-parehas lang po yung nakuha nating acceleration. Now, the acceleration is the same in all time intervals, which is 2 meters per second squared. Now, this indicates that the acceleration of the train is constant. So yes, that the train is accelerating, but the acceleration is constant. Now, number 6, briefly describe the motion of an object accelerating uniformly. Now, paano po natin masasabi that there is a uniform acceleration? Now, an object accelerating uniformly moves with a constant acceleration. So, ano pong ibig sabihin nito kapag merong constant acceleration isang object? So, this means that the velocity increases or decreases at a steady rate. So, dahil nga po meron tayong constant acceleration, yung velocity niya pwedeng mag-increase or decrease at a steady rate. So steady lang, uniform lang yung binibigay niyang acceleration. For number 7, does acceleration always mean speeding up? If no, can you cite 2 other situations where the object is accelerating? Now, ang sagot po dito is no. Not always na yung acceleration always mean that the object is speeding up. No acceleration that not always speeding up. So it refers to any change in velocity. So pwedeng yung velocity natin is mag-increase or it speeds up or mag-slow down or mag-decrease or pwede ring magbago ng direction. So tatandaan na yung acceleration, it's not always speeding up. Pwedeng yung change in velocity natin is mag-increase or mag-decrease or pwede rin po magbago ng direction. So that is acceleration. Now what are the other 2 situations where the object is accelerating? Now, in other situation, we have the deceleration na i-discuss po natin for next slides ng ating week number 3 and 4. And also, we have the changing direction at constant speed. So, those are other situations na kung saan na-observe po natin yung acceleration. Right? Question. I hope na clear po yung average acceleration and also the acceleration here. Now, I'll try to continue po yung video presentation. This is part number 1. Just wait for the part number